What do you got, Paul?
A nice little 8-pounder right here, just weighed it, going back. Yeah, baby.
What's going on, guys? And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to make a hookout, which is a super easy to make and important tool to have while black fishing. Makes it really easy to dehook fish without having to bring them into the boat and unhook undesirables while togging, such as oyster toadfish, dogfish, and here's the tool. Catch them up. So what you're gonna do here is mark your dowel every 4.5 inches, which out of a 3-foot section is going to give you 8.
These dowels are relatively inexpensive and you can find them at Home Depot.
You're just gonna sand down the ends to make sure there's no splinters and make it nice and smooth.
Here you're going to mark the center of your dowel, which at 4.5 inches is going to be 2 1/4. And drill the center. Now you're going to take a pair of needle nose and bend the top of the wire that's going to go into the hook handle. If you're using larger diameter wire, you may need to heat it up with a torch before bending it. So what I'm doing now is lining up the second hole that I'm going to drill so I can recess the wire into the handle. So I press down on it and make the mark so I know where to drill. So now when I drill the second hole to recess the handle, I'm only going to go about halfway, 3/4 max into the dowel. Now this is how it's going to look if you don't want to recess that wire any further into the handle. If you want to take it one step further and recess it into the handle, you just have to cut out that material in between the 2 holes. And you could use a little Dremel or a knife to cut it out. If you're going to use a knife, just be extremely careful because this wood is pretty hard, not to slip and cut yourself.
Okay, so now you have the hook recessed in, so the piece of wire isn't gonna go anywhere. And now it's time to make the hook at the end. And it's very important that you bend the end of the hook the correct way. So we're gonna bend it coming out this way, perpendicular to the holder. And now what you're gonna do here is take the grinder and grind the end of the hook out so it's not sharp and it won't fray your line.
So this is a thing you could do if you want to customize the hookouts. You could buy these stamps. I got them at Harbor Freight, and you can write anything you want. Your boat name, friend's name. Alright, so now to set the wire in the hook handle, I use this 2-part 5-minute epoxy. It's fairly simple. Just make sure you have equal parts. Mix it together and set it in the handle. You want to put a little bit extra on there, just to know that you got the whole thing sealed up.
So it's flush down with the top, and there's epoxy there, and now we're gonna let this dry, and then we can put some polyurethane on it. All right, so now that the epoxy is hardened and the piece of stainless is set in the handle, it's time to polyurethane it.